Hey y'all, it's Chase Bank here. I am here working on a Saturday. As you guys know, I do Lyft, right? I've been doing Lyft for about almost 2 months now. Going on 2 months, a little over 2 months. It don't matter. Anyway, been doing that. So I just recently added Postmates on yesterday. So I do that now as well as Lyft, as well as UPS. And my graphics, and also trying to do real estate. So it's a lot of different things I'm trying to put my hands into. But it's a method to the madness, you know? So it's a reason why I'm doing everything that I could possibly do, because I have goals that I want to meet. I have things that I want to be able to do. But one of the things that I actually wanted to make this video about was about Postmates. I just did a pickup, and I've never really experienced anything like this since I've been doing deliveries and driving people, those types of things. Lyft is pretty simple. You just go to the destination to pick them up. You take them to whatever stops, if they have any stops, and then you take them to wherever the destination is. That's it, right? And you get paid for that. Now with Postmates, it's the same concept, except it's slightly different. One of the reasons why I actually had just did an order where they give you a prepaid card, right? Postmates gives you their prepaid card, which you have to have and have activated before you can even start driving for Postmates. And the reason why is I just found out the reason why. Now, a lot of people might think, which is what I thought off the rip, was that it's for personal use. Like, I can use this card to be able to go grocery shopping, to buy some things that I need, pay my bills, all those types of things. But then I also remembered that I was also required, once I got the prepaid card and activated, but I also was required to link a debit card. Which you guys know is, of course, I use Chase, and I have videos about how you can get $300 for free with Chase just by signing up with them. All right, so I did that, and I was like, okay, well that makes more sense. So especially because of what I just did. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did as far as the order goes. So I had an order set up to get picked up at IHOP, but off of first glance when I'm looking at the order, it's telling me that I need to pay with the prepaid card. And mind you, I just started yesterday, so I only did maybe a couple of orders, pickups, deliveries, whatever you want to call them, and so I only had like $20 in the card. So, and that was just to test it out. So once I saw that, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Am I supposed to pay for this out of the earnings that I got on my card, or what? So I've tried to find a video on YouTube to see if it could explain to me how the process goes, and it gave me an idea. Half of the video was about Postmates, the other half was about him just going by his day. No offense to that type of method or whatever. But then I also was like, well, let me just go to IHOP. You know, I'm pretty sure they have an idea of what exactly I need to do. So that way I can just see what needs to be done next time. Alright? So I went ahead and went to IHOP, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm telling them, with the Postmates, and I want to be able to get this order set in for this customer, blah, blah, blah. And he's already looking at me like, yeah, I already know. Like, I already know what you about to ask me, and what the confusion you have, right? So keep in mind, so he already knew, right? He already had an idea of what it is that I was going to ask him. So get up to the counter. Basically, he's like, well, how this works is basically you got a prepaid card, but that prepaid card is basically a preloaded card that customers use to put their money on when they want you to pay for the order for them. If that makes any kind of sense. So IHOP, for whatever reason, for this particular order, they wanted me to pay for them, but the money comes directly from the customer, so it has nothing to do with my earnings. So, but then also you have to remember, if there's your card, there's a possibility that it can be declined, and the reason for that would be the customer. And as far as I know, the only reason would be the customer didn't load enough money on the card. All right. So if that happens, come up to wherever you need to go, and it's telling you to prepaid. You have to use your prepaid card, so that way you can place the order. Especially if you have to wait and sit down and wait for it. Then the only other option is to obviously go through that process, place the order. They'll give you a receipt that you take a picture of, so that way it can verify that you actually went through the whole process of actually placing the order for them. Then once you get the items, whatever it is you actually came to pick up, then they'll give you another receipt, which will be for you. And then also you will use the prepaid card to go ahead and complete that order. And again, that money that comes out of it, it'll be the money that's already preloaded from the customer that's placing their order. Okay? And if it ends up being declined, just call the customer up and tell them, like, hey, your card got declined, you need to add more money on it. And they'll do that so that way you can complete the pickup. Alright? And that's pretty much it. Like, once I figured that out and he told me, I was like, okay, that makes some sense. Because I'm like, bro, if I spend money on this and I don't have enough, it's going to get declined. I'm not going to use my personal shit. So we have to come up with something, right? So luckily, I didn't have to go that other route to be able to actually get that to happen. So if you decide that you want to start with Postmates, I think it's still a good option. Because my first delivery, I only did 2 deliveries yesterday. The first one was like 16 something that I got from it. Keep in mind, I drove like 20 something minutes to get to the customer, but I also was able to, generate a good amount of money off of that first ride. So the second ride was like maybe 3 minutes away, and all I had to do was pick up some Chipotle and bring it to them. That was about another $4. So it'll vary. Obviously, it's like Lyft, but overall the money will definitely add up. And the great thing about what I've been doing is because I'm doing Lyft Express, which means that I have the rental vehicle with Lyft. I pay $245 every week. That comes out of my check, out of my earnings every week. Now, anything I make over that is profit. It's not the best deal, but I have a vehicle that I can use for personal use and for business. And now that I'm adding another revenue on to make my equipment and my vehicle work for me with Postmates, while I'm out, if Lyft is slow, I turn on Postmates. That way I get a notification to do a delivery. Then I'll go do that. I earn that money, and that comes directly to me. Of course, I got to cash out, but it's mine. You know what I mean? So there's nothing that's going to be held on when it comes to that. So if I don't make enough with Lyft, I can always do Postmates. And with Lyft, if you haven't heard my previous videos, you'll know that once you start doing the Lyft Express, that, of course, you have to put $250 down, which you get back once you bring the car back to them in good condition, same way that you got it, and a full tank of gas. Once you do that, then you have to meet your 20 ride minimum. Now, you're not going to always make $245 in 20 rides, so you may have to do a little more to cover your rental. Now, usually mine be like maybe another 5 more rides, then I'll be able to cover my rental cost, and then anything over that I earn. And of course, you have streak bonuses with that. You can sometimes, usually what I see like in the mornings, it'll be if I do 3 rides consistently by 7:15 or something, then I'll be able to actually get a $6 bonus for that. You also got bonuses if you go into highly populated areas. It's a whole types of different things. So it's definitely a way that you can make some money. And if I wasn't doing UPS, I promise you I'd be making a whole lot more per week just doing Lyft and Postmates and possibly a few other things that would involve delivery and hell, even with the graphics, because I have more time to do that. So something to look into. If you're thinking about doing that, I'll leave the links at the bottom of my video so that you can check those out. And then that way you can decide if you want to go ahead and move forward with trying them out. At the end of the day, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And it's nothing to feel like you'll be like a quitter for doing that. I just think that, some things is going to work out for you and other things might not. So let me know what you guys think. If this helps you out a lot to understand exactly what it is you can do to make some extra cash. And I will be here posting up more updates and videos on my journey. All right, thank y'all so much.